Welcome back to my channel. My name is Blair if you're new here, and today we're going to do a kind of a meal prep slash what I'm eating this week, like my week of meals. I just figured I'd break it down and kind of explain it to you a little bit more and how I kind of set myself up for the week. So I've talked about it many times on my channel, but the first thing would be breakfast, and I usually have two breakfasts that I alternate throughout the week. The first one being pre-made breakfast sandwiches that I actually make and prep like a month at a time and freeze them. So I just pull them out of the freezer, put it in the fridge the night before I'm supposed to eat it, and then I can microwave it in the morning for 40 seconds. And I usually make them most of the time with English muffins, egg, bacon, and cheese. So that is breakfast number one. And then breakfast number two, we're doing overnight oats. So for these, I have short mason jars that I will just put everything in, stir them up, and throw them in the fridge. But I use rolled oats, almond milk, chia seeds, vanilla extract, maple syrup. Lately, I've been doing brown sugar. I don't know, like the way it tastes. And then I know it sounds kind of redundant. I actually top it with granola, which at first I was like not thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I'm adding more oats to my overnight oats. But at the same time, it adds a crunch element to it that I really like, and I haven't been really wanting fruit or anything lately. In the past I have, but not lately. So that is the two breakfasts that I make, and I alternate these through my work days. My days off, I don't have anything planned. I just kind of eat what I'm feeling, whether it's eggs and toast or cereal or a bagel, whatever it is. So this is how I plan and structure for my work weeks. So then the second thing is lunch. I like to keep my meal plans so simple, and I know this will not work for everyone, but I make one type of lunch that feeds me for the 5 days I have to work. And the reason I do this is because it, one, saves on the budget, two, it saves on time for prepping, and I just know what I'm gonna eat all week. So for this particular week, I'm having egg salad on sourdough. So I prep up all the eggs. Usually I do this on like Monday or Tuesday because my work week starts on a Tuesday. However, I was gonna eat it on Tuesday so I could show you how it was all assembled, but so I made all the hard-boiled eggs on Monday. So I made up 10 eggs, 2 per day. I peel them after I boil them and everything, and then what I have found that works that keeps them fresh is I put them in twist-on containers, but I put a piece of paper towel in the middle so when the moisture comes off the egg after I rinse it from peeling it, it adds moisture in there so they don't dry out or rot or anything. So then usually the morning of work, I will cut up the egg, like dice it up, and I put it back into the same container. I add a little bit of mayo. Lately I've been using the avocado mayo from the Walmart brand. A little bit of mustard. I'm not a huge fan of mustard, so I've been using dill mustard, which it's been okay, it works, but I use a very tiny bit. A little bit of salt and pepper. I mix it up, and then I'll usually put it back in the fridge. I filmed this on a Tuesday, so I just cut everything up and did it when I got off work because it's my half day. And then I toast my sourdough, and I usually put the egg on top and eat it as like an open face. And I do this with a lot of things like tomato sandwiches and stuff. I just do them open face, it's easier. So this is my lunch for the entire week. And then the last thing I do is alternate 2 dinners for the week. I have one that, well, usually they each will create at least 3 meals. Again, it's a budget saving thing for me, and it cuts out a lot of work for me during the work week. So the way I do it is that I will make my first dinner on Sunday. So on this particular week, I had buffalo ranch chicken wraps, which you guys probably saw on my Sunday vlog. But these, it's like really good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the, what do they call it? It's like from Buffalo Wild Wings, I think it's the chicken buffalo wrap or something. But I try to eat balanced and get veggies in, and salads used to be a go-to for me, and I just have not been wanting it. So wraps have been a really good way for me to get lots of veggies in. So what I do is air fry popcorn chicken, and then I bought Great Value onion rings to put on the side. Again, balanced. I only had a few, but I air fry those, and then I use the carb counter tortillas because they're really low in carbs. But I do that, and I top it with lettuce, tomato, shredded cheese, and then in this case ranch. And I actually try to make my ranch as much as possible myself so I can put it in the fridge. I happen to have a little bit left of somebody had bought, so I was trying to use that up on this day. And then when I take the popcorn chicken out of the air fryer, I will toss it in buffalo sauce in a bowl and then put it on the wrap. So this was meal one. And so typically what I make on Sundays, I have on Monday. And then the third part of it, I'll have on Wednesday. Because Tuesday is my half day of work, I will make my second meal. So Sundays are usually my more involved cooking meal, and then Tuesdays are more of a light meal to make. On this week, we are having very simple hot dogs and pasta salad. So I know hot dogs are kind of a plain Jane item. Over the last few years, what I've been doing is actually experimenting with toppings and changing things on it than the traditional ketchup mustard situation. What I've been really liking, and it's probably, again, not the best, but I do barbecue sauce, shredded cheese, and I happen to have some leftover microwave bacon I needed to cook up, and so I cooked it up ahead of time and, cut it into pieces. So we're sprinkling that on top. It's just a really good flavor for some reason. So I'm having 2 hot dogs with buns. Yes, I know it's high carb. Probably not the best choice this week, but I did buy like a 3-cheese pasta salad from Target's deli section. It says that the container's 3 servings. It really does not look like that. So I may just have very small amounts of pasta salad this week. And because I don't have a veggie on this particular day when I'm eating this, I probably will have some of my greens powder to give myself some veggie servings. Because I don't normally do that. I try to make sure I have veggies, but I just never know what to do with hot dogs. And every now and then you just want some hot dogs. So that's what we're having for the second meal. And that will typically be my Tuesday dinner, Thursday and Friday. And then Saturdays, yes, I work, but I'm off the next day. So I usually eat out on Saturday nights. It's like the one night of the week I eat out. And then bonus, recently, this has not been a common thing for me, but lately I've been really enjoying on like Sundays or Mondays when I have free time, making a small batch dessert or like treat item, bakery item. So on this week, I actually had a banana that was extremely ripe. So I decided to make a small batch of banana muffins. The recipe I'll link down below. I keep finding these all on Pinterest, just simple little recipes for small batches. I've done it with oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I did peanut butter cookies. And I'm sure you're aware, again, most recent videos, I'm on some medications that I have to eat something with. So these have been really nice to have to snack on in the evening before I take that pill before bed. So we made some small batch banana muffins. And that's pretty much everything I typically will meal prep. And most of my prep occurs on Sunday, Monday for the most part. So I know this won't necessarily work for everybody. Not everyone likes to eat the same things every day ongoing, but I just find that it works for me as a single person to not have to, one, kill the budget to buy so much food and ingredients, but it also saves me a lot of time because like my meal preps usually don't take me more than an hour on Monday to finish up whatever's left, and then on Sunday it's really just making that initial dinner item. So it makes it so it's not so frustrating or time consuming, because I've done that in the past where I've literally prepped an entire week worth of stuff at a time, and you end up very tired and you get burnout and you don't want to keep doing it. So this is just what works for me. If you guys like this kind of video, I have no problem doing this because I do plan my meals 2 weeks at a time, but I wouldn't mind showing like once a week at a time here and there, how I prep it, what I'm making, what the plan is for the week. I don't mind sharing it. I do my best to, like I said, eat balanced. I know it's not perfect, but I do my best to try and eat balanced, but it's also very realistic foods, I feel like, and not, crazy over the top, got to do everything from scratch thing. So I hope you enjoyed. As always, I hope everybody has a blessed day.